Okay, now we're going to take a look at some of the electric guitar parts from the Unforgiven, and we're going to start off by looking at the clean little intro melody which is played over the top of our beautiful nylon strung chord sequence. So I'm going to play it through for you and then we'll take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, the introduction is made up of two little melodic sequences. Here's the first one. Okay, which is 2 on the G, 4 up to 5, and then 5, 4, 2, then again 2, 4, 5, 5, 2, then again 2, 4, slide into 5, 5, 4, 2, 2, 4, 5, 5, 2. Okay, the next melody is 2, 4, 5, and then 5, 5, 4, and then that's the 5 on the G string. Then we play 4, slide away. Then we'll play 2 on the D string, 2 on the G, slide up to 4. Back down, 2, then 2, 4, slide into 5, then slide 3 up to 5, and again, play 5, and then 5, 3, 4, strike 4 and slide away. That's 1 on the G, and then up to 4 on the G, open G, 2, 4, and then back to 2. So we're only looking at notes on the D, the G and the B strings. For that I'm using a clean tone, a little bit of chorus on there, and I'd probably add a little bit of compression as well, just to smooth out the front end of the note, of the attack of the pick, and keep everything a little more consistent. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the verse from the Unforgiven, and there's really two parts that you can play here. There's either the single note melody, which occurs throughout through the verse, or you could actually just play the chord riffs. So it's entirely up to you. So what I'm going to do first of all is just play through the chord riff sequence, and then we'll take a look at the single note melody afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty straightforward riff, but again it's down to that being quite precise with the timing, or very precise with your timing, making sure that it's very, very tight and you're really locking in with the bass and with the drums as well. Makes it a very, very heavy sounding riff. A5, E5, and then the E note played with 2/16 notes muted, and then the D5. That's on the end, so 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And so that second bar is D5, 1 and 2, A5, muted A. And that riff just simply repeats. The only time we have to look out is at the end of the chorus, the end of the verse before we head into the pre-chorus section. There's actually a 2/4 bar, so it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then we're into the next riff. So it's basically just D, 1 and 2 and the and is the A chord. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the little verse melody which plays over the top of that chord riff. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the little melody there is pretty much following the vocal line. We start off by playing 7, 5, 4, and then slide 4 up to 5, all on the G string, and then 5 on the D string, 8 on the B, 7 on the B, 5 on the G. Now 7 on the G, 7, 5, 4, and then this time with the 4 we bend it by a semitone by pulling it, and then 5 on the D, 8 on the B, 7 on the B, 5 on the G, 7 on the G, 5, 4, slide 4 up to 5, 5 on the D, 8 on the B, 7 on the B, 5 on the G, 7 on the G, 5, 4, 5 on the D, 8 on the B, 7, 5 on the G. Okay, I'm going to start off by playing the final bar of the previous section, include that into the pre-chorus because the first note of the pre-chorus is our final note of the verse, so hopefully it should make some sense. I'm going to play through it for you and then we'll break it down. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that section starts off with the C note, which is, if you remember, that was a... It's the final note of the phrase from the verse. So we start off on the C, then we play 2 A notes, then the 9th fret of the D to open D, and then open A, 7th fret D to open D, open A, 5th fret D to open D, open A. So we get 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now we play a C5 power chord, 3rd fret A, 5th fret D, slide into 5, pull off 3, pull off open, and then G5, 3rd fret E, 5th fret of the A, and then 7th fret D, open A, 9th fret, D, back down, same figure we've seen, so that's 7th fret of the D, 9, 7, 5, C5, slide figure, open E5, open A5, and then we just turn the volume down and we're back into the chorus section. Okay, now I'm going to play through the chorus for you and then we'll take a look. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, as you heard from that little demonstration there, the chorus melody is pretty much the same as the intro melody that we saw earlier on, being played over the top of the acoustic part. What I'm going to do now is just speak through it. Start off 2, 4, 5 on the G, 5, 4, 5 on the G string, and then 4 on the G, slide away. So it was 5, 4 on the G, 5 on the D, slide 4 away on the G, and then 2 on the D string, 2 on the G, up to 4, back to 2, 2, 4 on the G, 5, 5 on the B string, and then 5, 3 on the B, 4 on the G, slide 4 away, 1 on the G string, up to 4, open G, 2, slide up to 4, then back to 2, 2 again, 2, 4, slide into 5, and then 5 twice on the G, and then 5, 4, and then 5 on the D string, and then 4, and then back to 5 on the D, and then 2 on the D string, 2 on the G, slide up to 4, back to 2, 2, 4, 5, then slide into 5 on the B, and then 5, 3, 4 on the G, slide 4, 1, and then slide 4, open 2, slide up to 4. Okay, we have another verse, pre-chorus and chorus section, and the second time we then lead back into the little acoustic introduction, and we have a little kind of pre-solo, if that makes sense, little clean solo to start off the solo section. So what I'm going to do is play through that for you now, and then we'll take a look. Here we go. 3, 4. Okay, starts off with 2, slide up 4, 5, 7, 5, 4, 5, 4. So 7 on the D, 4 on the G, 5 on the D, and then slide up to 7. So now we play 7 on the D, 5 on the G and the open E, 7, slide up to 9, back down to 7, now play 5, and then slide up 5 to 7. So you're having to play the open E at the same time. So I'm doing that with my second finger. So little double stop slide, which is 7 on the G, 8 on the B, slide up a whole tone and back down, then 7 on the G and the B. So we then slide 3 up to 5, 3 on the B, so, and now 5, 4 on the G, and then 3 on the B, 5 on the G, and 5 on the D. So now we've got to slide 3 up to 5 on the bottom E, 3 on the A, 5, 6, 7, 5 on the D, 5 on the G, 5 on the D, hammer on 7. Okay, now this section gets a little more complicated, which is 8 on the B, and then hammer, pull off 8, 7, 8, 7, and then 9 on the G, so, and then back to 7 on the B, so 8, 7, 8, 7, 9, 7, and then 7, 8, 10 on the B, 7 on the top E, 8 on the B, and then 8, 7, 8 again, and now we play 8, 10, 8, so you're just moving from 7 up to 10 on the top E, so that's going 7 on the top E, 8 on the B, 7 on the top E, 8 on the B, 8 on the B, 10 on the top E, 8 on the B. Now slide 8 up to 10, play 12 on the top E and 10 on the B. Slide 10 up to 12 and play 14 on the top E to 12. Slide 12 up to 14 and then play 15 on the top E, 14 on the B and then 17 on the top E. So I'll play that section slowly, that last section for you. So we've got